often our perspective is what shapes our narratives, which then either compounds the feeling that we have, or the feeling we have creates the narratives. It can be one or the other.
Yeah.
And so you're talking about this through the lens of like, oh yeah, the perspective, it might not be something that's hard for me, even if it's hard for you. So that's relative, which we all agree with. And I think pain is relative too, right? You can only be measured independent of the person experiencing it.
Yeah.
And so when we think about that, if our perspective either shapes our emotion or our emotion shapes our perspective, which one do you typically feel first? And how have you been able to balance and regulate between that as real time as possible? Because that's how you escape it, right?
Yeah. Well, I think it changes over time. For me, it was always an emotional thing. I felt this pain. I felt this issue of what was going on, and that dynamic of the pain I had was a thing that for me was the most important, most pertinent thing I was in front of. So I had this pain. I felt this pain. Oh my gosh, this sucks. And so then I would be finding ways to remove myself from the pain. And then here's the problem: if you are only operating off how you feel pain, it's kind of like being in a field with an electric fence and it's pitch black outside. All you'll do is run into another fence at some point in time, because your only thing is like, how do I get from the pain right now? At a certain point in time, you start having perspective on the pain. You go, you know what? The reason I keep feeling this pain is because I'm walking around blind in this field, and inevitably I'm going to hit another fence. What if I get a flashlight? Perspective becomes your thing you proceed with, because now when I have perspective and I look at things, I go, well, you know what? That might hurt me over there. I'm going to avoid that. Or you go, why did I get in this pain? Why did I feel this right here? And I go, no, that's why. It was my fault. So when you change the perspective, the experience changes.